Hello everyone, welcome back to David at Go to Hobbies. Right, I don't know about you. I listen to the news. Bear with me for a second, please. Sorry, I had an itchy eye. You never see my knuckle disappearing into my eye, do you? Right, I don't know about you. I listen to the radio, and I hardly ever do. And I normally listen to the news, and it's what's the word for it? Repetitive, boring, crap. And I started listening to LBC, and to be honest with you, it's about all talk radio. I used to listen to Radio 4 years ago when Terry Wogan was alive. I used to listen to Radio 2, but Radio 2's just gone crap, and BBC 4 is just as bad. They've put some awful stuff on it, and I can't stand it. So I thought, nah, don't listen to Radio 4 anymore, hardly do. But when I do, it's the same old boring stuff. But going back to the news, I find it's just same story repeated all through the day. Nothing changes. Doom and gloom, depressing information. You think to yourself, why don't they just put some nice, interesting facts on the news instead of boring crap? It's just like listening to an episode of Coronation Street in the EastEnders. That's how bad it is. Do you know what? We're paying for that rubbish. It's unbelievable. But yeah, what do you think? Do you ever listen to the news? It's just the same old crap every hour. Nothing changes. And how can they call it news? Because it is just one story, isn't it? And you think to yourself, at least elaborate, add more to the contents throughout the day and make it interesting. Nah, I ain't got the intelligence to do that, have they? Well, it is the BBC though, so what do you expect? Yeah. Anyway, let me know what you think. The BBC, is it good, bad, or absolutely terrible? Well, there is EastEnders and Coronation Street, and ITV and BBC. They're both as bad as each other. But at least we don't have to pay for ITV. BBC, I would never pay for it if I had the chance. It's like council tax. Vehicle exercise duty. Tax on fuel. It just goes on and on and on. Robbing the poor to pay the rich, isn't it? It's just like Robin Hood days. Take from the poor to give to the rich. What a lovely society the British is, isn't it? And then we've got these muppets in government. I call them the Muppet Puppet Government, because they are a bunch of clowns trying to entertain us. And you know what? You watch them when it's chimpanzees' tea party in the House of Commons, when they start all playing around, swinging from the light shades and microphones, and start putting faces at you. It's like a chimpanzee tea party in there, and they start ranting around. And then you get Claire Rayner. God dear, you seen the lip on her? God dear, she old curls when she starts going. You can just imagine Claire Rayner, Angela Rayner, getting my names muddled up, when she starts puffing and blowing like an old steam engine, right? The nose starts flaring a bit more, right? The air holes widen. The mouth gets bigger. Well, it's huge as it is, isn't it? I mean, you could swallow the Titanic sideways. But I'm only joking. But if you think about her, she's a typical woman. And what does a typical woman do? Rant. Vent. Let off steam. What seems to happen, it goes in here, out there, and there's nothing in between. So I think there's a lot of hot air, especially Angela Rayner. What about Rachel Reeves? Wet Lettuce comes to mind, doesn't it? And then you got Rodney Plonker, Starmer. Yes, it is. His name is Rodney. He reminds me of Only Fools and Horses and Del Boy. Definitely a Rodney, isn't he? If you haven't seen it, there's an advertisement going on YouTube, and they've got Only Fools and Horses characters in it, and they're dressed up as Batman and Robin. Oh dear, talk about make you laugh. I think I'll have to get the series again and start watching it. One day I'll tell you a story where I went to see him at the cinema, but that was Steptoe and Sons. You'll like that. Yeah, that's a story for another day. But yeah, why can't the BBC make programs like they used to? You remember 40 Towers? How Sweet Is a Pet, whatever it's called. Mademoiselle, John Cleese. How about Monty Python's Monty Python? Those were programs, weren't they? About the Thunderbirds. Yeah. Showing me age now, aren't I? Star Trek, the first series, I remember watching that. I used to come home from school and I used to watch it. I can't remember what time it was on. But I tell you, this is where I'll show me age. There was a program called Patent Place, and that was before Coronation Street. No, sorry, tell a lie. Crossroads. Before Crossroads. Who remembers Crossroads? Yeah. Patent Place, bloody hell. It's like watching an episode of Sunday Worship. Boring. I am a religious person, but I just, where it is, should be a time and place for it. But yeah, but there you go. So now I've entertained you. Hopefully I've made you laugh, and I've brightened your evening up, or morning, or daytime, or whatever time you decide to watch this. But to be honest with you, I advise not to watch BBC because it is awful, and I don't like it. The reason why I don't like it is just boring, and I can tell you programs that used to be on there. How about Z Cars? Who remembers Z Cars? How about what was it called? Oh, what was it called? I remember London's Burning. What was? Oh, Dr. Martin. I used to like that. That was a good program. But there you go. Here's a good program that it was one of those programs I learnt so much from as a kid, and it was called Out of Town with Jack Hargreaves, and it really did shape my life, because I used to sit down, I used to watch him, and he used to talk about all the birds and the bees and everything, and it was such a fascinating person to watch. You get drawn in, hooked into it, hook, line and sinker. It was one of the best programs that was ever on the TV, one of the best. But what programs did you like? What programs do you like? So let me know in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next video. So please like, share and subscribe, and take care. Thank you for watching. Bye bye now.